Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morky is in the room, but he's not at his post. Coming to you from blizzard-like conditions today, or the aftermath of those. So it's a great day to be inside and record content and be nice and cozy with y'all. And so I'm bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. Today we're going to take a look at your energy specifically, and then we'll take a look at the energy of the person or situation connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Cancerian collective. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. I recommend watching your sun, moon, rising, and north node reading placements for additional context and texture. And also, if you'd like a personal reading, I am currently offering those. That will be in the description below, along with affiliate links, donations, and lots of other good information. Be sure to check that out. I appreciate you liking, sharing, and subscribing if you're enjoying this content, because that is what helps me grow. Okay, Cancer, let's get into your energy for the next 10 days. Ooh, so Cancer, you're giving me the energy of a watershed, okay? And I'm just going to kind of roll with what I'm picking up there. I feel like that's you in your own watery, intuitive energies, but perhaps doing some sort of conservation of that. Now, this could be an emotional aspect. You may be very protective of your emotions at this time. It seems like there's a vulnerability going on with you that wants to be honored, protected, kept safe. So some of you might be a little bit in your shell and not letting anyone see the softer sides right now, because I think you're working on processing something here. On your side, you get the Star, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Beautiful things that you're working on protecting. And maybe for some of you, this is about you have some big plans, some big goals, and they're really beautiful and they're really heart-centered, but you do want to protect the sanctity of that. Maybe not everyone around you is super supportive, and so you're keeping those aspirations and those goals and your ambitions a little closer to the vest, right? A little protected there in your heart. And that could be for a reason. That's actually a viable reason. Sometimes if people around us aren't super accepting or supportive or aren't at all, then it's none of their business what we're doing, what we're planning, and what goals we have. That would not be someone that we would share that information with. So it looks like that may be what's going on here, but you have some really nice big things planned. It's feeling good from a home aspect, a family aspect, and it's feeling good from the aspect of you really pouring your heart into something important for you. For the person connected to you, they get the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and the 6 of Cups. This is a really loving energy that I'm picking up here. A little bit steady, like a steady, maybe a little bit slower kind of energy, but there's nothing wrong with that. Especially at this time, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, things have slowed down. This could also be the person connected to you is really strategizing about something, maybe reflecting where they've been and then kind of turning their focus to where they're going. With the Fool showing up here, the Fool is, an innocence and a carefree kind of energy, leap before you look kind of energy there. So they may be really trying to take that leap or take a risk of some kind. I do see them still holding on to something here, though, and that may be why we have a little bit of the slowdown. Blaze, what are you doing? He's supposed to be my co-star and my helper, but hey, there's a lot going on. There's shoveling outside. There's people in the other room, so he might have to go where he pleases. They also get that 6 of Cups, which tells me that they have a similar vision to what you're protecting. For a lot of you, this is a primary or intimate relationship for you here. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of growth together through the years. You may also look at this person and feel like the two of you have really grown together. If this isn't romantic, this could be a valued friendship that you have, or somebody that you are close to in your family circle or friend circle that has really been there for you. In the connecting energies, you two get the King of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So the King of Cups, a very loving, like I feel that watershed energy again. So this would be someone you can trust with your innermost, confidences and secrets, and they will show up and support those energies. And the energy of the two of you together is very heart-centered. Very emotionally intelligent. The relationship itself has its own emotional intelligence, and if you both do a good job of not getting in the way of that, it probably will flow very smoothly for you. With the Seven of Wands here, there is some sort of higher knowing being explored via this relationship. So I'm not sure if the two of you are doing that together quite yet, or you both have your own fields of study and your own ways that you are growing and learning, and then somehow, because you're connected to yourself, you're connected to this person, there's the relationship is the third energy, and so some sort of higher vantage point is being established here, or the two of you have come to some sort of agreement or realization that you both can get behind. Hey, it's okay. Do you want to sit up here? I don't know what he's gonna do. Are you too nervous to be in here? Okay, well, if you're too nervous, I gotta let you outside of the room. Let me let him out real quick here. That's the thing about Blaze. There are some days he is an excellent, relaxed co-star, and there are other days where he just gets too curious about what's going on. He can't help it. All right, let's get into some clarifications here for you, Cancer. For the star that you have on your side, you get the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Now, she kind of flipped out in reverse, the Queen there, even though I do not have the deck in reverse. But when we're talking about your wishes, your dreams, there has definitely been some sort of interference that's come up here with this Five of Swords, some sort of conflict. This could be within yourself, since that Queen kind of popped up in reverse. So inside your more soft and flow energies, whether you're male or female, inside the times of rest, maybe you're not getting as rested. Maybe you're not getting as much mental relaxation and rest as you would like. And it seems to be interfering with you moving forward. Now, for some of you, this could be, you're just overthinking things a little too much. For others of you, I get this is a physical kind of thing, where maybe it's hormonal, or, you're like waking up at that 3 a.m. hour and having trouble falling back asleep. But there is some sort of connection here where I don't think it's stopping you completely, but I think it is interfering with you maybe taking the next steps towards your goals. You're very determined here, however, even though this might be causing a bit of a conflict. To me, it looks like you're putting your intelligence toward it to resolve it in some way, shape, or form. Let's look at this Ten of Pentacles for you. That would be a nice, happy, well-rounded home. You get the Tower and the Sun. Ooh, Cancer. These are two very different cards. Like the Tower is unexpected, breakdowns, something being destroyed, something falling to the ground kind of energy. And the Sun is more of a spring and summer awakening, opening, joyful kind of energy here. I think what's actually happened, since we've got some major arcana cards here, Cancer, you being a caretaker kind of disposition, right? And oftentimes Cancers go through some angle in their life where they have overextended their care for someone else or a bunch of someone else's, and they forget about themselves, and they forget about what makes them happy, and they forget about the rest and the rejuvenation and the relaxation that they need, you know. And going back to that watershed card there that you got in your overall energy, I feel that's also part of why you're shelled off right now and conserving. I don't think this has to do at all with your ability to navigate changes or challenges. I feel like you're doing really good with it. And I think it's because you put such a nice focus and vision on your home. And as you know, Cancers carry their home with them, right? And so your internal world and energies, you're working on finding the connection between your internal and your external. So that correspondence, as within, as without, that alchemical energy there is what you are holding on to despite the challenges that might come your way. Some of you, like I said, you might be experiencing a physical health challenge, even though I don't see anything but happiness with this 10 of Pentacles here and very, very much stability. Some of you could be coming out of the challenge. I've seen that several times in readings recently, where people are beginning to get the healing completed and come out of these more stormy energies. And so I think right now it is important for you maybe to be a little bit more closed off to certain people who wouldn't be supportive. Just make sure you're staying nice and open to yourself here and conserving that water and that emotional energy for yourself. So let's see what you're opening your heart to here with this 9 of Cups. Ooh, the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. I think some of you actually have a future in the healing arts of some kind here. And I'm seeing that maybe it's been hard to focus on which one, and so that's always held you back. Like, there may be more than one modality that you feel really drawn to. There may be more than one thing that you've studied or that you've gained experience on. And now what I'm being drawn to tell you is to make that choice. Make that choice. Focus on one to start with and just begin taking actions toward that, because your heart is really open for that. It's really primed for that. And I think you've been stopping yourself because you're like, well, I could do this and I could do that and I could do that. And I understand that. I mean, I am an INFJ, I'm a manifesting generator. I don't like to have just one thing. I am interested in multiple things. But if you, and also I'd like to encourage some of you to try to figure out how to blend two things into one, but present it as one, because you have to remember, the more simple you keep things as you're embarking on this healing art that you may be putting out there, some of you are going to go for this with your career. You're changing your life so that you can do this. Remember that keeping it simple for others is important here, and that's what I get. So make your choice. Make your choice. That's your homework in the next 10 days. Make your choice and then move forward with that. For others of you, it could be just a job change choice. It's interesting because even though we had only the 1 pentacle, I get that there's a lot of physical world movement for you in your energies. Okay, so a couple of these cards got reversed, I think, by accident. The person you're connected to had the Knight of Pentacles. They got the 6 of Wands, and then the 8 of Swords came up in reverse. I actually really like that it flipped out in reverse, because I feel like this person, what has been slowing them down from their own victory, from their own confidence, from their own ability to put themselves out there, has been their own thinking around things and maybe their doubts and insecurities. With that coming up in reverse, that 8 of Swords, which is self-imposed energy, that tells me that they're working on releasing that they're leaving that in the past. And I want to show you this Knight of Pentacles card here, because it is so much a card about what has gone before. And he kind of has his head turned to the side as if he was looking back, but now he's turning his head forward. So this person is really looking forward to what is next. And I like that I see them releasing maybe some self-imposed doubts is what they're showing me. Self-imposed doubt, doubting themselves, which is probably from a previous trauma or something that occurred in their life. For the Fool card, they get the King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Some of you Cancerians could be dealing with an earth sign here. So that might be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And Virgo is showing up really strong here. This could represent also your connection to this person's energies through the Virgo that you may have in your own chart, or that would be related to 6th house energy. So if that is providing a zing for you, make sure to look up your astrology and see if you can make some additional sense of that. This person, it's interesting. They are a risk taker, and they are someone who wants to go and leap, but they also like to have a place to land. And one of the challenges that this person has been working through is learning how to land within themselves. Before, and maybe this is why some of that doubt came up for their path forward, that they're having to release this doubt, is because they are learning to be able to land safely and securely within themselves instead of looking to some external place or person to land. And that Hermit is drawing them inward to their own inner light, and honestly helping eliminate those doubts and build their confidence. And I think once they have that feeling of inside, they've got the confidence and they can land within themselves with a greater sense of safety and security, which the King of Pentacles, very stable, secure, safe kind of energy, then their attractive forces will really start calling things in. But it definitely is an inside job for this person. For the 6 of Cups, this is their beautiful, loving, loyal energy. They have the Star and the Death card. Ooh, yeah, I feel with these being their major arcana cards, this person has been on a journey of learning that love and your ideal, right? And I put quotes on that, ideal partner or your ideal partnership comes with transformation. It actually, the more that two powerful souls come together and determine to make a commitment to one another and have that fulfillment in their relationship, the more each person has to be willing to transform and grow and evolve. And this person has learned the depths of that, or is learning that. So they're very loyal, and I think whereas before they were very much like, oh, just kind of in this lovey-dovey space, maybe kind of one of those honeymoon love kind of energies, and had that vision, they've now incorporated the knowledge and understanding, maybe not willingly, but it's just something they had to learn, that transformation of the self is a part of that. So they have some big energies happening here for them as well. And wow, this is, I can understand why the two of you might want to protect these energies, or right now, the conversations, the vulnerabilities are just happening between the two of you, whether it's friends or romantic. For some of you, though, I'm getting this is the partnership that you're in. And it's honestly really beautiful. There's a lot of big realizations going on both sides. You both bring interesting lessons to the table, and needed lessons. Each of you have had some needed lessons, and there's a lot of reflections going on here, because you just got the 6 of Cups to clarify the King of Cups, and on their side, the 2 of Swords. Yeah, you're the one who has brought in the energy that has taught this person that being loyal and being in the love relationship doesn't mean it's all lovey-dovey all the time and everything's perfect. There are times where there are challenges. There are times where there demands energy of transformation. It's demanded, it's required for the relationship to move forward. And I think this person is showing me that at first they were closed off to that and quite confused by that, not understanding that it couldn't all be lovey-dovey, or that you could still love them with their flaws, or that troubling times could happen, like the tower that we saw on your side, and the energy of the relationship could still be preserved. I'm willing to bet the two of you have been through some rocky roads and come out the other side here. But yeah, that really, they're admitting that, yeah, at first I didn't get it. So Cancer, it seems like you took the lead there on that. Both of you really focused on preserving what is sacred in this relationship. And I love that. I think it's beautiful when two people come together and can do that. And that's going to be the title, Preserving a Sacred Relationship. And by sacred, that doesn't mean everything's going to be super easy. There's going to be challenges that the two of you have to face, and both of you are willingly showing me those challenges in this reading. For the Seven of Wands, as we're reaching this higher vantage point, you are positioned in the Two of Wands, which is really interesting. It's kind of the predecessor of the Seven of Wands, where you begin to get curious and you begin to look out at the horizon and the cliffs and the valleys. The Seven of Wands kind of comes together and shows an energy of a higher perspective, where you're on a cliff and you might have a little bit better vantage point. So you're showing me that you haven't always maybe looked at the relationship from the vantage point that was needed, but you grew into those energies. And I think it was you getting a more realistic view on what was going on. Probably along the way somewhere you had to set some boundaries. You do show me the Tower and the Ten of Swords here. Probably along the way you had to prioritize your own healing work that I see you stepping into if you haven't already stepped into it. Or maybe it's the next level that you're taking your practice to. Now, they bring in the Devil card energy for this Seven of Wands. You know, again, I feel like this person is admitting to me, here's kind of my faults. Like they're kind of showing me their faults in the relationship. And here they're showing me, well, at times, maybe I tried to control things because I was tied to some false ideas about the way things should look. I was tied to the false idea that relationships just mean everything is smooth sailing. And I was ignoring the fact transformation is required for relationships. Now, the Devil card is also connected to Capricorn energy. I did pick up Earth sign energy for some of you, so that could be them really showing up as themselves. Very interesting. Cancer and Capricorn are opposites in the zodiac, but who am I to say? There's all kinds of influences on our chart, so this could end up working. It may not be a Cancer sun and a Capricorn sun. It could be some other dynamic that's going on here. Also, they're showing me, though, with this Devil card that they are willing to put in the hard work to understand the path work required for an evolved relationship. So, though they've struggled with it, though they may have had incorrect or diluted perspectives about it, they are showing up back to the table and saying, I'm admitting, hey, I've done some things, I've looked at some things the wrong way, I didn't know any better, and I've learned from our connection together. So at least they're coming forward and admitting that and really dealing with some quite powerful energies of their own. In the very beginning there, Cancer, where you had the Star and then the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords, that really goes back to you loving to be in the past and show me the past, right? How this person is your wish, you're their wish, but it started out like you came together and there was more conflict than was expected, but you gained clarity on that over time. So this relationship is standing the test of time, and it has the potential to continue doing that if the two of you move forward in these energies that are beckoning to you. And Cancer, to close off your reading, you got the number 7 card. So July Cancers, this one might really bump up there with you. Reflect your authenticity. Your core truths are in the depths of your being. And we have a mermaid here. Again, Cancerian energy in the mermaid. The water shed is what came up at the beginning of the reading. I think this is about emotional authenticity. The two of you are building and have built a very sacred relationship, and you've learned that it's not all smooth sailing, that when we are committed and we are loyal to one another, we go through the hills and valleys of life. And there has been a lot of emotional transformation here. And the more the two of you stay authentic and true to yourselves, first and foremost, and then to each other, the more smoothly this relationship will continue to go. Cancer, thank you so much for joining this reading today. It was my pleasure to do it, and I'll see you next time.